Obstürmt oder steigt,
und die Sonne uns sagt, der Tag glühen heiß oder eiskalt.
Okay, YouTubers, this is Sturmgewehr Shoots 4, also known as Globulus. This is a 6-player score resolution battle. I decided to change things up a lot. I decided to go with Numidia this time, after seeing the success that Colts had with them. I have 1 unit of Numidian javelinmen. That's a hell of a thing to say. Javelinmen, okay. I have 2 Numidian missile cav. I have 2 camel riders. I have 2 general armored bodyguard, and I have 2 long shield cav. I have 5 legionaries, and I have 3 archers. Go over here to Gaul, who is actually my first opponent, commanded by Hieronymus. I think that's how you pronounce that, Hieronymus. Some of this stuff's hidden. I think he has like 4 Forester warbands total, not 1 there, as you can see. Has 1 Chosen Warlord cav, and he has 4, looks like 8 Naked Fanatics. Against CWB rules, but I don't really care. It's Gaul, so not a big deal. We're at Parthia, commanded by Arietti. It's an Italian name, from the TNA clan. He has 2 Persian cav. They're pretty good cav, really. They're kind of like cataphract archers for Armenia, so don't pack quite as much of a wallop, though. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cataphracts. He's brought, looks like 2. Yeah, 2 Eastern infantry and 5 archers. Go to Macedon here. I'm not quite sure why he deployed the way he did, but commanded by Wee Dude. He has 1. Wait a minute. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Macedonian cav. That's kind of a strange one. Has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 phalanx pikemen. He didn't even bother to bring royals. Got 1, 2, 3, 6 archers. The Seleucid player, commanded by Mega Cossack, has 1, 2, 3, 4 archers. Looks like 4 Silver Shield Legionnaires. It's kind of a strange one. And he's brought 5 cataphract units. The Carthaginian player, under the command of Ivando Blanco, has 4 Sacred Band cav. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Sacred Band infantry, and 3 units of Balearic slingers. Excuse me. Let's get this battle going. My plan here against the Gauls, I wanted to move my infantry up along with my skirmish infantry. I consider my javelinmen here expendable, so I send them in to try to just take out as many of these war bands as possible. I bring my cavalry up. I was going to just do a simple, fire at the Gaul player from the flanks with my Numidian missile cav. Excuse me. But he gives me an opportunity here in a minute to pull off a double envelopment, so let's take a peek at that. And in the background over here, Macedon takes on the Seleucids, so, and the Carthaginians come in to do their thing at the same time. So now I took out what, 4 took out 4 of them with my javelinmen, and they got slaughtered in the process. But like I said, they were expendable to me, so here, after I see what he's doing, like I said, I was going to try to just hit him from the flanks and take as many as I could since it's a scored fight. But in a moment here, like I said, I'll move my infantry up here. My archers in support. I use my archers. I use these 2 units here to target this 76-man unit of warband, and also with my Numidian missile cav, I do the same. And then with this archer unit and this Numidian javelin cav, whatever you want to call them, I target the other frontline forest warband unit. Now he does the right thing here. Here in a moment, he will charge all of his infantry up against my legionnaires, which is really the smart thing to do, because just standing still and letting me advance, that's going to open him up to Pila attacks, and he really don't want to do that, so he wants to try to rush in as quickly as he can. Here in the background you see the Carthaginians. Kind of got Seleucid trapped in the middle between them and the Macedonians. Carthage just kind of sitting back waiting. Now he takes a toll on my Numidian missile cav, but I also consider them expendable. And the reason I chose Numidia, in case you guys are wondering, they have a lot of cheaper units. So in a scored fight, if I can inflict a lot of damage with these units, you know, comparative to another army, not necessarily the Gaul army, but just to any army, what I can do is really run up the score, so to speak, because they're not going to have, my opponents aren't going to be able to get as many quality kills as I would get, because I'm using a smaller faction, so they don't quite have the manpower for all this, or the manpower, the pricey units. So I figure if I can, like I said, get some good kills on the armies I face, you know, I can more than make up. I can definitely make up. Well, like for example here with Numidia, you know, if my whole army were to die, I would say against maybe, let's say, the Seleucids over here. If I could destroy half the Seleucid army, that would probably make up for my entire army, price-wise. Here I've got my camels chasing down some of his routing units. Like I said, I got my missile cav here, but it's about gone. I just did this big mass cavalry charge on this big, huge clump of naked fanatics and forced warbands and everything in the center. I really wasn't sure what he was trying to do. I think maybe he was trying to just split my line. But by doing this, I mean, what he really does is, like I said, he gave me an excellent opportunity to off the double envelopment maneuver and outflank the shit out of him. Pardon me, bad language, I know. Anyway, let's go over here now. Now here we have Carthage in sort of a noob circle looking formation, but they've taken quite a bit of damage. They lost looks like 2 or 3 units of their slingers. Macedonians, I have no idea what they're doing. In fact, I think maybe this guy got kicked before the game started. I'm not entirely sure about that, but going by the way they're acting here, I'd say that's probably the case.
As enemies, these men are perfect.
So they're, you know, all 3 of these factions over here just trying to kill what's left of the Macedonian army. Really, it's more Parthia and the Seleucids that are doing the damage to the Macedonian army. But to Seleucid's credit, he does an excellent job of fighting a CPU army as well as fighting against a human army under Ivando Blanco here, the Carthaginians. This probably wasn't the smartest move, because he still has his sacred bands marching in phalanx formation. If he would have ran them over here, I'd say he probably would have had a chance to win this cavalry fight. But he doesn't rush them in. And here he's bringing in more of his sacred bands, which are probably going to get slaughtered. Oh no, he runs away. At least for the moment. No, I didn't get to see this fight during the game. I was too busy messing with Gaul and then reforming my army. But really, all these guys use their cavalry pretty well. You know, except with the one exception of Carthage here. I think if he when I always play as Carthage, I try to keep at least one pike unit close to them. I'll keep it in phalanx, but if I notice that there's cataphracts or possible superior cavalry I might be facing, I'll do it like this. I'll take them out of phalanx. Of course, I think they're just moving, but I would just take them out of phalanx and rush them right alongside my cav, and a lot of times you can get good results with that. See, this is just a big mess here now. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the CPU. This can't be. There's no way a player in their right mind would do what the Macedonian player's doing. So it's got to be a AI-controlled army now. Now here, I don't know if does he run into him. Wow. Well, if the CPU would have kept... Oh, I guess he does kill a few. If the CPU would have kept down the... kept down these pikes here, good chance that it would have caused a lot more damage on the Parthian player. Oh, here, back over here. Now he's trying to use his phalanx, his sacred bands to cause some damage. He does a little bit here, but he just doesn't do it quick enough. Like I said, I think he was in phalanx formation the whole time. I don't think he pulled his guys out of phalanx to rush them to where the hot spot was on the battlefield. There we've got Parthian cataphracts chasing down routing Seleucids. But this appears to be just a sort of a tiptoe fight, if you will. Everybody's kind of picking their spots where they want to attack at, and now this was a good charge. He used his general unit as bait, and the Carthaginian player fell for it. Now here, these sacred bands are dead. There's no way. Now, if he would, like I said, if he would have got out of phalanx during a lot of his movements here, the Carthaginian player probably would have done a heck of a lot better. But unfortunately, he didn't. So that helped the Seleucid player a lot. But the Seleucid player, if I'm not mistaken, does he have any infantry left? I think he might have one or two infantry units left. I'm not sure. Oh, no, there's cataphracts there. Maybe it's all cataphracts. Okay, we'll go back over here. Now I see these guys routing, and I'm walking up here, or I'm marching up here, but I do send a couple units to come up here and get rid of these phalanx pikemen here. Carthaginian player. There's more silver shields, or some silver shields. Now this, if he would have come out of phalanx mode, swung around, he could have hit these phalanx pikemen from behind and would have routed them pretty quick. I think he may have been paranoid of the cataphracts that the Parthians have. And I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure if he's... Okay. So I thought he was out of phalanx trying to fight that. Anyway. As you can see, there I am coming in with my long shield cabinet, General's bodyguard, General's armored bodyguard unit. I can almost talk. And I destroyed the phalanx. Let's fast forward this just a little bit for you guys. So all this is just a bunch of routing units being chased down. I thought the Parthian army was actually a pretty well-designed army. I would have brought more spearmen. Simply, you know, like I said in my last Parthian video, my only Parthian video, I like to have a decent pinning force if I'm going to use my cavalry to get most of the kills. I like to be able to at least hold the enemy in formation or in a certain spot in the battlefield. And the only way you can really do that is with infantry. You want to keep their infantry, you want to keep enemy infantry from being able to come after your cavalry. So, you know, I got 5 Eastern Spearmen my last game, and that actually, it did keep a lot of the infantry, especially from the Seleucids in that battle. It kept a lot of their infantry away from me, from my cavalry, and that was why I was able to win that game. There's 3 units of Silver Shield Legionnaires left. There's some more Macedonian pikemen. And here I start running my forces up, because they're all fresh now, so I forgot to go ahead and run them up. Now, Mega Kosek here said that he had a glitchy cataphract unit. I think this was it here. It wouldn't move for him or something is what he said. I had trouble earlier. I was playing as excuse me. I was playing as Parthia in another scored battle. I didn't save it. I should have, but and I actually did a live commentary on it. But I was knocked out like this. I was like the second person knocked out of it. But the only reason I was knocked out of it was because every time I would click on my units to go a certain place, they'd run completely, you know, almost the opposite direction a lot of times. So I was kind of having issues with my army. So that's the main reason I really didn't win it. Well, I don't want to say that, but it's one of the reasons that I didn't fare near as well as I should have. I'll just say that. And again, Ariete, I don't know if he can understand English or not, but fire arrows are less effective than regular arrows. So I mean, it looked like he may have took down 2 or 3 of them because they were shooting from behind. But if these would have been facing front, he probably wouldn't have killed any of them. Yeah, this literally is a free-for-all here in this section of the battlefield. Now I sent my 2 Numidia missile cavalry in. I was going to attack these cataphracts with them, just try to get a kill or 2, but well, I ended up bringing them back. As you can see, I've got all my cavalry massed on my right wing. The plan was to I wanted to send these 4 units against this general, and these other 2 units against this unit. But what I actually end up doing is I swing them over here, and then I swing back this way and take on these silver shields. I think. Not really sure. But I do send my archers for support, and I send 1 legionnaire to support. I end up sending, I think, another legionnaire to go over and assist. Yeah, he got my legionnaires from the side here. Here's a pretty good fight. I actually do rout his cataphracts here, which is somewhat surprising. I didn't think I would rout his cataphracts. I probably shouldn't have charged my camels into this legionnaire unit, but I'm really not taking a huge amount of damage. But here I do send my Numidian legionnaires in. There we go, I killed his general. So here comes the chain route. In Carthaginians, I use my Pila that I have remaining to go after these sacred bands with the Carthaginian player. I take them out. And of course, he's still sitting over here from his unit that's got a glitch or something. I do some hammer and anvil charges here to try to end this, so I can get online to face the Parthian army. Now, he did manage to rout my camel riders here. But here I come back, and this is pretty much all she wrote for the solution player. So he does have this one glitched unit. I think he has a Greek cav, light cav sitting around somewhere. So anyway, let's fast forward just a little bit here. Let me and the Parthians get in formation. Now my plan here, I wanted to use I had some Pila left with these two legionary units. I was going to bring them over and hit the cataphracts, but he's running enough to where I can't really catch him. So what I end up doing here, I just engage his frontline infantry. I was going to let my horses do most of the work on this one here. Now I started off, I had clicked on all these to hit this one unit, but I changed my mind and sent two of them over here. Now with this Persian cav, I wasn't quite sure what he was going to do, so I do send one of these legionary units, I believe, to come back and counter any of his Persian cav ideas. Now here's this big cataphract charge, and my cavalry, we run into each other here. We're both tired and exhausted and stuff, so I figured it was a pretty fair fight, with the exception of his troops being armored. But I kill a few of them. I had some camels left. I figured that might do some good. I'm tearing apart his line infantry. My legionnaires are just tearing to pieces. Now, in the meantime, I have all my archers concentrating fire on his cataphracts. Now, I was chasing down this archer unit, but I decided to come back and hit this one instead. You're going to see a lot of chasing around of his archers here. He comes after my archers, which I expected, but by this time I kind of figure I've done about as much as I can do as far as getting kills. So let's fast forward this just a hair, because there's some interesting points here. And here he is, bringing his eastern infantry back in. He's letting his cavalry chase down my units, which is fine. This way I can get more kills on his archers and his eastern infantry spearmen here. See, I'm routing this one, this archer unit. Unfortunately, I ain't going to be able to rout all of them. I just don't have the army left to do it. Whereas he still has his general, I believe, to also, yeah. And there's just really no way for me to be able to rout his army without him rallying them. So, but to make a long story short here, eventually he runs back. I do get a few shots off on his cavalry here. Let's get to that point. Yeah, I'm coming in trying to take out some more archers. And I do turn these Numidians around to face his cataphracts, and they actually take down a few and hold him for a few, which I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they would hold him, but his guys are exhausted, so I kind of spelled the doom for at least a few of his cataphracts there. Now here I'm just going to go ahead and launch my infantry into his cataphracts, but he's in the wedge formation. He's pretty much got me. I'm killing a few of his cataphracts. Actually, I'm killing more than a few. I've got legionnaires here chasing down these archers. So, yeah, I really do a number here in this battle. I take down enough of his cataphracts. It actually gives me a pretty good cushion there toward the end. Let's go ahead and get rid of this, because he eventually does overtake me. Okay, now he's just chasing down my routing units for the most part, except this unit. I bring it back to try to get some shots on his cataphracts. It's just an archer unit. I have some arrows left, so I figured I'd try to get some shots off. But he does chase him down and take me out. So anyway, I'm going to let this play a little bit, and I'm going to stop this video because it's nothing but dead space here. So anyway, we'll be back in just a minute. Hey, we're back, guys. Since we've actually got some action going on here. Again, I think he's got one of these cataphracts. Again, fire arrows really don't do much good against armor units, especially. You're better off having regular arrows. Here, the Sluicid player, I think he was going to try a charge on these archers just to get a few more kills. But that doesn't quite work out. He ends up pulling back. Actually, I really don't know why these two played like this, to be honest with you. My supposition is that the Greek, the Sluicid player was trying to bait in, because he said this cataphracts unit wouldn't move. I think he was maybe trying to bait in these cataphracts and then run around them. That's what he does, and he gets a few archer kills in the process here. It's really a pretty cool move. I would have probably kept at least one of my lesser cataphract units, lesser numbers, back here just to help support my archers. I'm not a big fan of putting my archers out in the open. I will do it occasionally, but I really don't care to do that. I like to give them as much support as they need, because archers can turn the tide of battle if you let them. A lot of people might disagree with me on that, but you know, archers in a tight spot, you know, they can turn the battle for you. See, he's still trying to maneuver around to where he can get some kills. But here in a minute, he's already routed one unit. He's chasing it down. Well, let's go ahead and fast forward this, because this is just simply withdrawing. That's all. This is all that the Sluicid player does with his Greek light cav. He just withdraws them. So there's no way Parthians get any more kills.
Men are perfect. They are running from.
And there we go. You know, I killed what, 1,300 and some odd Gaelic of the Gaelic troops. That was just phenomenal. I ended up winning this, which I was surprised. I didn't think I was going to win. I thought Parthia was going to win, but we'd have both been wrong. We'd both been wrong, because Mega Cossack of the Seleucid Empire, he was the one that got second place here. But well played for all my opponents. You know, there's some things they could improve on. Hell, there's even things I can improve on. So anyway, looking at the casualties, my camel riders did 249. These legionnaires, 3 of my legionnaire units got over 200 kills, 1 almost 300. And my general's armored bodyguard, only 24 starting off, killed much more than their starting number. So that's how I won this fight. I just used my cavalry in key spots, used my legionnaires to assist, and really more or less an overall combined arms kind of feel, if you really think about it. But anyway, once again, good game to all my opponents, and always remember, play with honor and bleed your enemies.